Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome to the start of a new series of Let's Play Endless Legend. And as you can tell from the lovely background here, well, this nice gentleman, a broken lord, in the presence of his fellow lords, is sucking the life of this poor elvish creature. It's fitting for what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the broken lords and we're gonna suck the life out of Auriga and make it... No, calm down. We're gonna play the broken lords. So let's get into a new game. I did the boring setup already, so you don't have to suffer through that again. Of course, we're gonna put the battles on fast, because everything else is just boring to watch, as you guys who watch my Necrophage playthrough probably know. And I leave the settings like I had them for the Walter playthrough, because I like the map style like that. It doesn't get the AI confused. You got some islands, you got seas to cross, you really need to consider the terrain a little bit. And it played out well, so hopefully it does that again. Now, sadly, you can't, still not kind of give the random factor here for picking factions. You can't give them some guidelines on you know, they change the randomness, because if you leave it on random, we might end up with 4 broken lords or 4 cultists or whatever. So I usually manually pick those, and it's kind of sad. I'd rather have that random, because it's a fun aspect of the game to actually scout and find out who your neighbors are and react to them, and not know that before. But what can you do? Rather have a little diverser set of enemies than a little more diverse set of enemies than actually... where are you, Ardent Mages? Than actually risking picking random. I think this is good. Maybe the Draken. And they get pink because they're diplomatic, and diplomats are gay. I'm just kidding, guys. But I just... come on. Pink looks really obnoxious. Let's give them orange and have some nice smooth colors. Of course, we got purple, because purple is the color of kings and the color of power. And the Broken Lords are about that. The Vultures, generally a very strong AI faction. I like to play against them as well. The Ardent Mages, again, very strong, very aggressive at times. And the Draken, as you saw in my playthroughs already, they're pretty good as well. I don't like picking the Cultists, because the AI just royally messes them up. I don't like the Roaring Clans, because they don't follow any logic with their market ban. They're kind of strong, but also it feels so wrong when you play against them. They just randomly give you a market ban, and then you declare war on them and you fight them, and in the middle of the war they just remove it, because it makes no sense. It doesn't. Necrophages are good. The AI can get a really good start with them and be really strong. Broken Lords as well, Vultures as well, and the Wild Walkers, in my opinion, are a little bit broken when you play them against the AI. They just, with the bonuses they get on Impossible, not that much fun to play against them, so I'm not gonna pick them. So this is gonna be the setup, and I'm gonna shut up now and let you watch the intro. By the way, while this is loading, did any one of you manage to read the text here? I tried, I really did, but it's like you have to screenshot, right? Shape became the land became region. It's so fast. Give us the text, please. That's one piece of lore I want to read. Anyway, enjoy the intro. See you in a minute.
We were different once. We fought, drank, and loved as mortal beings. But our world changed and we faced a stark choice. Alter our bodies or perish. Yet survival is not the same as life. Now we are prisoners of the armor that binds us and the dust that sustains us. We must drain dust, drain energy, or die. Where is our honor now, lords of the Amber Plains? And what matters more, to reclaim our honor or sustain our bodies?
Kind of a rhetorical question there, huh? Of course it's more important to sustain your bodies and get more powerful. Now we meet the Drakens because that's just their affinity. They just get to know everybody on the map and get to say hi. So hello, Draken. And here we go. This is our starting region. Let's take a look at the fizzy it offers us. Well, what is that now? No food, so it's itzy. That sounds wrong. I'm not gonna say that. We got one anomaly over here. That's okay. We got a glass steel deposit. That's pretty nice. What are you? Okay, we got 2 temple ruins in reach. That's pretty good. And 1 okay-ish anomaly. And most important, we are settling next to a river. And as the Broken Lords, that is pretty awesome. Because they're heroes, if we take a quick look in the skill tree, they're actually decent city managers, and they get this here, +1 on terrain with the river. And then there's also techs that give you more dust on terrain with the river. So this is really nice that we already got that here. And also nice that we actually get to see the different game mechanic right away. Because in my previous playthroughs, I never really made use of rivers or forests or whatever. Because just I had better locations. There was no need for that. No, I don't want to search that. I'll let my hero do that. Okay, and we got the haunts in here. Ooh, this is kind of tough, because we would get some happiness here, but I'm not sure if we can reach there actually to settle. That is a little bit... Well, let's scout around a little more up top here maybe. Okay, just as I expected. Yeah, it's not bad, but there's not much there for us. Okay, so that's not really an alternative to settle up here. Let's go over there. Good, so it's just a question of which anomaly we want. Do we want to settle near the mineral rich, get a good dust boost at the start, and work our way towards this? Or do we want to walk down here, settle there, get a real strong production start, and work our way towards the dust area over there? That's actually not too easy to decide, actually. This here gives you the... Well, let's check out the spot. So we'll get 11 production and 10 happiness. Well, that's a decent start, to be honest. If we do it here, we only get 7 production, though we get 16 dust. Here we only get 2. That's really bad. We can't buy out population like that. And we don't get to build on the ruins. So I think that actually settles it. We're gonna go here and then just line our way. Can we actually do that? Like so. Yeah, we can do that. Go through this forest here and line our way down. I think that is the best option. It's a total of 21. Or do we start up here? I want more production though. Yep, let's do it here. And start with the Founders Memorial and the Emperor Mint, of course. And now this hero of mine, I'll turn off the fizzy because that's not relevant anymore, can start searching the ruins for some XP. And of course there's nothing in them, because why would there? Good, so we got the starting region, and it's a decent one. We got glass steel in here, we got gold, and we got the haunts, and I hope we got 2 of them, because then I might actually assimilate them. Might. Not sure if I will, but the neighbors are not looking too hot. Here we got the Seriton, which if you watched my episode of TecTalk, I didn't even mention them. That's because they suck. Well, yeah, no, they suck. Okay, so for the tech tree, of course, even when you're Broken Lord and you need a lot of dust and blah, 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 we do need industry. Most of all, that's the most important starting tech, at least in my book. And we also need science, so we can get through the tech tree here, because the Broken Lord starting quests actually involve a lot of teching. Let's see, actually. So we got those two set up. And now for the geomic labs, it's actually important to take a look at how much science tiles you already have. And we don't have that many. And if we turn on the FIDSI, you can see we got a couple coming. So once we tack down here a little bit, or build our line down here a little bit, we're gonna get more science tiles. So I won't really need the geomic labs for now, even though they're cheap tech and they're pretty good, but it only applies to terrain with science, so we don't have that immediately next to us. Also, I tend to skip the language square as the Broken Lords and go straight for the aqua pulvistics, because we do have some rivers here and I do want to make use of them. And after that, we'll actually see. If we find a couple good regions, I'm gonna go for these sewer systems or the search party. Really depends on our surroundings, actually. Okay, so that's the setup for turn 1. Mill Foundry is gonna take 10 turns, which is not too great. We do need to get more science tiles, but we'll get that, don't worry. For now, I think we're done with the first turn, so let's end it. And here comes the main quest. We do need to escort a Broken Lord hero with at least 3 infantry to some unspoiled ruins. Let you read the text. Read it. Here's the rest. And there we go. Okay, so that's doable. And I'm just gonna scout down here a little more. Use my hero to actually search the ruins. 30 dust, not too bad. And we don't get a second Horn Village. Of course, you never get 2 of those guys. Why would you? Oh, well. At least we got the black dust down here. That's actually a nice bit of land as well. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Whatever. It's not so good that we actually would skip a turn and settle down there. Okay, let's scout around a little more, especially in that direction up here. Ah, I see the wizard stone. That's a nice anomaly. And up here are a couple of... Oh, another one. Enchanted forest. That's kind of nice. I don't mind that. And let's send the... Do we have any ruins? Well, we got these here, but send the hero in this general direction. And I just want to know what's around me, so I can plan and react accordingly. So I'm going to send out my troops in all directions and scout a little bit around. Because in this game, as you know, the terrain can be game-breaking. You really need to plan out your early cities and adapt your strategy for that. Good, so now we're gonna buy one more population, and I think we'll actually need to put them in science, because 8 turns just not feasible. That's just too long. We're gonna have 3 turns now to finish the Founders Memorial, and the Mill Foundry will come after that. And I don't know how you guys play the Broken Lords, and I'm sure, because you're such awesome viewers, you're gonna put that in the comments, right? But for me, I tend to not focus on dust right away. I need some industry, and I need to, you know, be able to build those dust improvements. And for that, again, I need industry, obviously. So I tend to actually go for just a regular old Mill Foundry, public library, and then go for the dust buildings, and tend to spread out my population as if I were not as dust hungry as we are. It makes for a little bit of a slower start, but in my opinion, you get the production you need to kickstart later on. Because once you get your dust economy rolling, the Broken Lords are pretty awesome. But they have at least for me, they have a real slow start. One of the slowest amongst the races, actually. Not sure if that's true for you as well, but for me that is the case. Oh, hello there, my favorite minor faction, the Silics. Nice, and they're also in a dusty region, because this here is Tundra, and this region is pretty good for dust and well, more for production, but also for dust. That is kind of nice. Hopefully we get a second village of those guys, but it doesn't look like it. Here's the border, so a pretty small region there, but oh well, you can't have it all, right? What are you? Another Silic. Okay, that kind of okay. That's really good, actually, because now we got a Silic over here and a Silic over here, and if I'm informed correctly, it does not matter if you like the pacified villages. They count amongst all the villages you have, and I definitely want to settle this region up top. Most def. Oh, we got the Saracen here. The village actually looks a little bit like the Delvers, so I got excited for a second, but okay, looks like we're on a pretty small island actually. So we need to get to expanding. Why do I always get these small islands? Like, can I get a big one and actually have an enemy next to me? Because I saw, maybe if you guys watch Panchasu's channel as well, he has a very, very different style of playing the Broken Lords. He actually plays them hyper aggressive, and I mean just hyper aggressive in the full sense of the word. He actually yeah, that's good. Actually, that's better, right? We don't need. Yeah, we need that. Okay. He actually just gets 5 people in a city and then rushes to kill an opponent and steal their city. Yeah, that's his way of. Oh god, Eyeless ones as well. Okay, so we're gonna be in a game of getting many minor factions. Gotta catch them all, right? They're like Pokemon now, because we got the Silics and we got a couple villages for them, and we got the Eyeless ones, which is a pretty good minor faction. And yeah, I got the Saracen. They're not that great, but okay. So I got a good idea what's around me, and we got a couple of nice regions to settle in. And looks like we're alone. Instead, maybe somebody's here, but we'll find that out soon enough. But I don't mind being alone on this island. Oh, let's... Ah, there we go. Getting the mill foundry. Pretty good. And let's get you here. Search another ruin. Oh yes, more dust, please. And I'm gonna level my hero as if he was a city commander, because he's gonna be one. Gonna give him the +1 on terrain with river, because our capital actually has a lot of rivers. Do I want to actually... No, I don't want to waste... Oh, we can go around there? No, we can't. Stupid! Okay, but we can go here and get these ruins. And with you... Okay, that's good. Okay, we're coming around here. So we got... The Saracen are... they got 3 villages, that's pretty good. We got an anomaly over here as well, but that region's not that interesting for Broken Lords, as you can see. Yeah, maybe this anomaly here is better. But overall, there's not much for us here. Just a little production in the forest and or the wetlands. There's actually a German book called The Wetlands. It's from a... I don't know what she is actually. It's a woman, and it's a kind of real naughty book. It's about all the wet spots of women. And yeah, I'm not gonna get into that because I've heard that you can get into trouble on YouTube if you do that. So I'm gonna shut my mouth now and get back to the game. Put the mill foundry up here. I know it's counterintuitive. I know you guys probably do it different. Ah, that doesn't really help. So you can get the public library in 3 turns. But I don't actually need it in 3 turns. Well, 8 turns is a little... That's a little far. But I don't need it in 3 turns, because we're gonna need 5 turns for the mill foundry. And then we have 5 turns for the public library. Actually, 8 turns is not bad, because I need to build the Empire Mint as well. So I don't even mind that it takes longer. Good. Very good. You guys are sitting there, and we need to get going on the quest as well. Maybe I didn't pick the best spot for my initial city. Let me take a sip of tea. Oh, that feels good. It's so cold in Germany still. And the best thing you can do when it's cold, get a warm cup of tea. Okay, looks like we explored it all. We're not really swimming in strategic resources, but there are some. We got some glass steel here and 2 regions of titanium. That's okay, I would say. Good, so let's get this final temple here. Another 30 dust, pretty boring. And then try and unite our troops maybe here. That looks good. You go there as well. And now it's 137. And we actually need to watch that we got enough. 13 turns, 13 times 2 is 26. And we will need 20. Okay, because you definitely want to have the economic plan for your Broken Lords. Most definitely, because you're always going to have some people sitting in dust. It's just the way it is. I can't speed that up. Well, I can't bring it down 1 turn, but rather get more dust actually. And you know what? I think we're done with the hero over there. And I'm gonna put him on the city to make even more dust, because we can't yet afford the third infantry unit, the 3rd stalwart, because we need the mill foundry first, and maybe I'm gonna squeeze in the Empire Mint, not yet sure. But we need those 3 infantry units to continue the main quest, and the hero is just useless running around here. We could get some XP looting this temple ruins, but you know, we can get that with the units too, that's fine. So I'm gonna do that. Anyway, that does it for the episode today. I don't want to get too far in it, because I actually want to see your input, and I want to hear what your choice would have been for the starting city, and how you're gonna continue to play from here. Because I'm really inexperienced with the Broken Lords. I just started them and just got a feel for their mechanics, but actually never played far with them in the game. I know they can get really strong, but for me it felt like I'm... what's that called? Like I'm playing in quicksand, actually. Because they're so slow moving, and you need the dust for so many things that you're constantly starved for it. So, yeah, it was kind of hard to get into that. And that's why I didn't really, really look forward to playing them, actually. But I read through the forums a bit, and I played them a bit, and I think they can be pretty strong. But I want to have your input on that as well. So please put that in the comments, if you don't mind. And also, since this is the start of our series again, usually I don't ask for that often, but please click that like button. It really helps out in the start of a series, so it can be found in the search, and people searching for Endless Legend and Broken Lords can actually come to my channel and watch. So yeah, please do that. And well, what else? Please also have a great day. Will you do that? Yeah, please do that. And see you around for the next episode. Until then, goodbye.